welcome back to my channel. I am Bella the Beautiful, and on this channel I talk about outer beauty, hair, makeup, fragrances, any other type of outer beauty, or inner beauty, which would be emotional, mental health, words of encouragement. And today we're going to be talking about inner beauty. And I thought about a title for this video, and I decided to call it Him, Me, and She's. And the reason I'm talking about that is because I've been in a relationship for a long time. Well, it's ending, but there's always been someone else in the relationship. And I'm not going to pick myself to be this perfect angel. I have been unfaithful later on in our marriage as well, but even before we got married, there was always someone else in our marriage. It was just never me and him. It was me, her, him, me, hers, and him, always. And so if you didn't watch my other video, this is kind of a continuation of it from the teenage mom video where I'm just kind of talking about my experiences. This is not meant to bash anybody that knows me personally. This is just meant to encourage people, and it's therapy for me too, because I'm walking this journey where I am getting a divorce after almost 19 years of marriage. By the time this video goes up, it will be 19 years of marriage. And so it's a journey where I'm walking down this road and it's bumpy and there's cracks in it, and I fall and I get up and I dust myself off and etc. So yeah. So part one of this, I'll go back to the beginning before the marriage. Before the marriage, as I mentioned in my other video, I was a teen mom. My first two children have a different father from my last four. The man I've married to, he's the father of my last four children. And when I had my first daughter, by him, I was like super happy. And I was hoping that this was it. I was 18. I was really naive. But I was hoping that this was it in terms of relationship. I had two other children, and their fathers were not in their lives. And I was really hoping that he wasn't my husband at the time, but I was really hoping that we could be a family together. I felt really blessed. And I use that word blessed because that's how I felt. I felt really blessed that this man not only wanted to be with me and his child, but he would take the time to have my other two children in his life as well. His family was very open and loving to my children that were not his. And I just felt really blessed that, wow, he really loves me, because not only is he going to be with me and his daughter, but he's also going to be around for my other two children as well. So yeah, I actually felt blessed until I found out that there was someone else. I found out there was someone else. I should have been a private detective in my former life. I probably was a private detective, but I was being nosy. I went through his stuff and I found out there was something else. When you have a feeling that something isn't right, even though I was only 18, I still felt like something wasn't right. He was asleep. He sleeps like a log. I went through and I found this letter, very detailed letter of their time, intimate time together. And so I'm just thinking to myself, who is this person? And, I kind of went into panic mode, like I'm going to lose him. I don't want to lose him. And She had actually mentioned in the letter she hoped she was pregnant, which told me that they didn't use any protection. Long story short, she actually, I don't know if she got pregnant at that time, but she did end up getting pregnant and they had a child. And he broke up with me and he was with her. And for the life of me, I just couldn't understand why was this happening. Like, I didn't even know what I had did wrong. And that situation went on for years of me trying to understand, what did I do wrong? Why is this happening? Just years. Even now to this day, I was 18 and I'm way older than 18 now. And I'm still trying to understand, what did I do wrong? How did I end up in this situation? And so she had her child, and I was just like devastated beyond belief. I just, like I said, I couldn't understand it. But when he approached me and, said he still loves me and wanted to be with me, I was so happy that I was just willing to take him any way I can get him. Any way that I can get him. And so I became pregnant again. And we had another child. And she knew about it. And she became pregnant. And I became pregnant again too. We were both pregnant at the same time. And then she had another child, which I didn't find out about until after that child was born. And then I had another child. And I am sharing this story with you guys because there are so many women out there who are going through baby mama drama or side chick or whatever you want to call it. Just not knowing your worth and allowing yourself to be in those types of situations. I can't speak for the other young lady. I have nothing against her. She's been like it. That's a whole nother story for another time. But I have absolutely nothing against her, and I have nothing against my husband for right now. But just in that time, just allowing myself to be in a situation where it's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. He's telling her one thing, he's telling me another. And like on A Color Purple, in the middle, the children keep coming, and all of our kids are stair steps. They're all stair steps. And the blessing out of this is that all of our children, they had an opportunity to grow up together, to love each other. They have good, close relationships today. But still just being in a dysfunctional relationship where and again, I can't speak for anybody else, but myself, when I look back at that situation, I was competing against, I don't know what, but trying to compete for this man's love and hoping and praying that in the end, I would be victorious. I would be the winner. I would be the one that he would say, you know what, I want to be with you and our family. And it took so much energy out of me. I can't tell you how many nights I've cried, how many just prayers I've prayed, and just allowing myself to look like a fool, just a fool, because anybody that knew us knew that there was this, whatever it was, dysfunctional relationship. So it's him, it's me, and it's she. And it just went on for years. And then finally, she's no longer in the picture. And I'm like, finally, Me and him can be together. But no, there was another she, a whole nother person that I did not know about, who ended up having a child by him as well. And when I found that out, still devastated, just like before, trying to figure out why this has happened and competing with someone else. And I'm not saying that that's what she was doing. Again, I can only speak for myself, but that's what I was doing, competing with someone else for love, attention, affection, and wanting to be the one that he chose at any cost, willing to put myself through all kinds of heartache and pain just so I can be the one that he chooses. And again, I know that I am not the only woman that has gone through this. I know that this has actually been going on since the beginning of time. If you actually read the Bible, it's a lot of baby mama drama in the Bible. Read Genesis and Samuel's mom, in the book of Judges, or Samuel, I'm sorry. There was a lot of those types of things in there, but it's not healthy and it's not right. And one of the things that I truly regret is I can't regret the situation, because if I did, I wouldn't have my children. But one of the things that I know is what my children saw affected them. You can see it in their lives and the choices that they've made. And as a mom, you want the best for your children and you try to tell them things. But your children are not going to really listen to what you say. They're going to listen to what you don't say, what they see, what they do, what you do. And so they saw me allow myself to be mistreated for years. They have siblings. They know the age difference between them, the stair steps. So they know, but I can't tell you not to do something that I myself am doing. And looking back over that, I just really, really wish that I just wish that I had made better choices. Again, not regretting my children, but just knowing my worth, knowing who I was in Christ, and that I did not have to allow myself to be in that situation. And it drains you. Like, my mental state was so bad for many, many years. And I'm still trying to get past all of that to this day. There were suicide attempts, so many suicide attempts, or thoughts of suicide too, where I just felt like I wasn't worth living anymore because I was in this situation that I just didn't know how to get out of. And a lot of people may say, oh, well, you're stupid, or you should have just left. But when you've been through the things that I've been through, abused throughout life, you just, self-worth and boundaries are not formed, and things can get twisted. And the love that you've been missing out on all your life, you're willing to take anything that you can get. It's like my therapist told me, it's like you're a plant that needs water. And when someone gives you some affection, you just, any little thing, you just suck it up. And you're willing to take it any way that you can. Ladies, you don't have to accept these types of situations. If you find yourself in this situation, find somebody that can help you get out of it. I'm not going to just say leave, because if it was just that easy, we would all just leave. Sometimes when you dig yourself in a hole, you have to climb out of that hole. And sometimes I found myself climbing out the hole, and I thought I was out, and then I would fall right back into the hole. And I would have to start climbing and digging my way out again. And sometimes I couldn't see in front of me. Sometimes things looked hopeless, but God is so good that He put people in my life to help me get through those tough times. So you don't, not just ladies, I don't want to just say ladies, because I'm sure men go through these situations too. But whoever you are, you don't have to allow yourself to be into this situation. Start getting a good support group. Start reading positive things. I'm a believer in God. I prayed. And therapy is important. And I tell you, if it wasn't for the people that I had in my life, if just God is so faithful putting people in my life and my family, I was able to get through. I was really able to get through and just start trying to learn to love myself and know my worth and know that I don't have to be in these types of situations. Remember, your children are watching you. You are a strong, beautiful person inside and out. You're worth more than you realize. The situation that you may be in is not the end. There is so much in front of you. You just got to be willing to walk the journey. You got to be willing to go through the process. And there are going to be some setbacks sometimes. And there are going to be some tears and some lonely nights. But you can get through it. Know your worth. Know you don't have to be in these situations. It doesn't have to be you, him, and she. It just needs to be either you and him or just you. Just you. And there's nothing wrong with just being you. It doesn't always feel great because right now it's just me. But I'd rather be it just me right now than me, him, and she. Not to mention all the other things you're opening yourself up to, being in a relationship with someone who's in a relationship with someone else, sexually transmitted diseases, and just so many different things, and having to deal with knowing that the person you love just had a baby by somebody else, and then, trying to, if you're going to stay with this person, then you have to deal with the mom and the child. I had made a decision when my kids were younger that I wanted my children to have their siblings, to know who they were, because I have half siblings and we're not close. And I wanted my kids to be close with their siblings. So they pretty much grew up together, which is a beautiful thing. I don't want to ramble on, but comment below if you're going through this type of situation. If you, I love to pray for people. You can put your name down there and ask for prayer, or just, just comment down below your thoughts. I'd love to hear them. Remember that God is good. He is faithful. And you definitely are worth more than you realize. I will see you guys next time. God bless.